Is he wearing... What is he... What is Russell wearing?
I don't know.
Maybe he has an exemption with like noise canceling headphones. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
I was wondering. Sorry, let me just talk out loud. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if Russell has some noise canceling headphones. Hello, welcome back to the Trans-Tasman Challenge.
Give us 2 seconds.
Whoa. Okay, one sec. One sec. Yeah, we're about to start game 3 between Russ Honeybun and Andrew Bradley. So we can jump right in and start talking about the players, but this is gonna be an exciting one, right, Josh?
Yes, yeah. Russell is a very, very strong player. He's probably as deep into the studying as any player in Australia. I know he likes to use Elise as the software, which I can't get the hang of. But I'm sure he's onto the nines. He pulls out some really, really fancy words. He also holds a few Australian records. He's got the highest ever game in Australia, which was a 764 back in 2007. He's also played the longest ever word in Australia, which was uncomputerized through computer already on the board.
Wow.
Yeah, very impressive, and I think he might also have a highest spread record as well from a tournament.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, that's really well, it's good to have so many records for one nation. I mean, it means you are just a prolific player. You've done it all.
Yes.
So yeah, Russ is playing against Andrew Bradley, and Andrew is also a local player. He lives nearby in Auckland, where the tournament's being held, and he looks like he's played in a couple of these challenges before. Most recently in the 2018 version, and he's a top 10 New Zealand player as well. I think he's slightly higher rated than Lawson. And Arter is what I would have played here. I just question the placement of that play. It looks pretty good to me, but maybe I would slot it one spot over. What do you
Yeah,
think about that, Josh?
I I think it's much the same to me. I'm happy with this. I think whichever way you slice it, you're gonna be putting one vowel next to a double square. So yeah,
Well, not if you slot it one spot over, right?
yeah. Well, you'd be putting the O. Oh, right, one to the right. Yeah, got you.
Yeah, sorry. One to the right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Um,
yep.
nice.
No, you're right. Yep. And the R in the triple lane is a bit volatile, but maybe he wants the volatility.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting. It's an interesting. Interest. I can't speak. Interesting choice. I mean, yeah, it's definitely hard to over or underlap the R and Arter. But anyways, on to Russell's rack, which looks pretty good actually.
Hmm.
But maybe there's no 8. Um, I see like S and a C. Yeah, maybe there's no 8-letter word here. Maybe we'll just see like YE come down somewhere.
Yeah, YE looks like the equity play for me. Yeah.
There's only one 8-letter word available that rack. Sistine through the T.
Sistine
Yeah, YE for
is
20,
an
which
acid.
it would have been a much harder decision. Okay, just in hindsight, if Arter was placed a little bit further. But this looks pretty good. Yeah, this looks quite good for Andrew. He has at least like dilators.
Yeah.
Is there some 9-letter word here? Like idolaters. Maybe not.
No,
Yeah,
they all go.
dilators at the
They all
very
go
least.
ER.
So we're gonna see that come down.
Hmm.
And are we gonna see a comeback from Russell? He drew UN, duplicating his N's. No, he has at
Yeah.
least
So
nuisance.
yeah.
Oh wow, that's a cool one through a K.
Hmm.
Anyone find that 8 letter word with the Russell's rack plus a K? Oh my goodness. In suckin. Sorry, I already spoiled it. Some random Scottish adjective. We love those. So yeah, nuisance is the only looks like the only playable bingo um, for Russ.
Yeah, and
But
I'd expect him to find it as well.
yeah, but he's gonna look. He's gonna do his diligence because there's so many open letters, so many letters to play 8 letter words through.
Hmm.
It's important to go through all of them and make sure you're not making a mistake.
Yeah, and also if you've been studying nines, sometimes it can be tempting to see an RE on the board and think, oh, you know, these are pretty friendly tiles. Maybe I have something through here to the triples.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe another minute of consideration or so from Russell. Maybe a little bit longer. I would certainly take probably another 2 minutes from this spot.
Hmm.
We're playing nuisance, which I mean, it scores 70, but yeah, okay, he's seen it. But look at that E placement, just
Yeah.
not very appealing. That E there in that spot. Uh, likely the opponent will come back with around a 50 point play most of the time there. But when you have it, you gotta play it. So Muses comes down, and actually nothing great for
No.
Andrew through that E, right? So we could see some spiciness. If he does indeed play Fuji, which he's looking at making ref for 36. Anything else in this position that you see, Jeff?
No, I'd be looking for a long time, I think, because I'm not too inspired by that player. Um, yeah, it's a shame that something like Hefe doesn't reach the triples.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the the board doesn't lie.
Yeah.
You can't bend time. You could try to put the F and the E like in between the two squares and announce the score as 60 points and see what your opponent does, but I wouldn't recommend that behavior. But
Maybe
yeah,
maybe
in
something like feline through the E if you wanted to take it out.
oh, there is a play. Just Jeune.
Well, yeah, okay, play that.
Yeah, yeah. That's wow. That's for some reason that's just so hard to spot. But yeah, his job to Katipo in the YouTube chat for finding it. But it is being lost. Oh, and Fuji not making ref. Oh, we're missing plays, Josh. We gotta put our thinking caps on here. So Fuji here is 46 rather than 36 with the ref. But yeah,
Yeah,
Zhen
and
is
dumps the F. Yeah, I like it.
yeah. This is definitely a miss. But if you're gonna miss June, um, yeah, the score 46 points. So I think oh, Andrew's having a little bit of trouble hitting the clock there. Um, yeah, there were some issues actually this summer with the Ulu clock is I think what they're using,
Right.
where you're supposed to just tap it rather than like try to push it with more than one finger.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully he's going to be able to figure that out. And back to Russ here. So 40 point deficit, that wide open E. What are you looking to do other than playing through that E? I mean, I guess you want to look for 8 letter words, but now the word's pretty close for those. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah. I I'd be looking at just balancing the rack, just equity players, but he's behind, so maybe you want to keep the E open. I don't know. It's scary to do that, but
Yeah, for me, I think being behind makes it even more. tempting to just cover that huge scoring spot, but there is now another scoring spot under the F of Fuji, where you can hit that
Yes, yeah.
middle left triple. So maybe it's okay. Maybe you just want to, score some points and keep some good letters. Because yeah, something like a mate, AMAT is just so unappealing to me. And
Yeah,
maybe you can play like Tempe. The
I'm leaning towards Metepa through the E. I know I just said not to play through it, but I think it just
Oh,
scores too much.
nice. Yeah, good find. Both of you at the same time. Got to make sure there's no, nothing being translated through those headphones. As we know, obviously there's no chance of that. But if you do it again, I'll start being suspicious. Nice play of Matifa through the E. That's
Yeah,
yeah, by
yeah,
far I think
I
the
think it
best
looks
thing we
good.
saw. And Lineolate maybe was being seen, but Nielo'd, great find by
Mm.
Andrew to the. Yeah, I think that's got to be. Yeah, he's playing it without hesitation. Very nice. That's the second bonus in 4 turns. So that'll give him a nice 63, nice 103 point lead. Um, through no fault of Russell, of course.
No, it's been a pretty strong game from both of them so far.
Yeah, and with this Q draw, it's gonna be hard for us to claw back into the game. Sort of stuck between like wanting to play the Q and wanting to cover those triples that were just open. Um, I really wonder. You could consider just playing off the Q. You hit a lot of 7 letter words.
Hmm.
Um, there's also the possibility of, I think, something like Linga with FA, something like that. Yeah, none of these look very appealing. Would you rather drop the Q here, or would you score something like 30 and hope for a better life for your Q next turn?
Are you
Just
seeing any
QI.
way to get rid of the Q and an A? Because I think if I can't get rid of an A, I'm more likely to play and keep the Q.
Yeah, I think all I'm seeing is QI for 23, making
Hmm.
IN, or uh,
Or
QI
slightly
for
more
11.
above if. Yeah. Oh no, less above. No, you're right.
Yeah, I'm not liking any of these things. Uh, but we'll see. We'll see what Russ does. And these positions are always difficult because it's really hard to evaluate how good Q is here. There's all three, like 3 out of 4 U's have already been played, so you're probably not drawing a U. You
Hmm.
already have an I, so you can play QI in certain places. Is there anywhere to play QAT? Is there anywhere like there's some possibility of a big Q play somewhere else? And it doesn't really look like it. So I'd be inclined to just, I don't know, just play QI and IN, sort of eliminate a lot of the hard hitting plays up there, and just hope for a decent two tile draw here.
Yeah, it looks like he was looking at a play underneath the F to the triple. Um, I don't mind that. You're not really close enough to fish for something like qigong or anything like that with the cues. So yeah, I don't know.
Oh, but I like your thought process there, Qigong. Nice. Okay, so wait,
Maybe he
maybe
is.
that's what.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm starting to get
Someone check his
suspicious. Like I
headphones.
said, um, so AAL taking out the hard hitting overlaps of those 1 point tiles on top of yellow, um, and there may be something he's seeing that he can likely draw. Um, I mean, Qigong, where were you even thinking that
No,
go?
yeah. There's nothing really inspiring, is there?
Yeah, especially not with this 4 constant draw. You might even see an exchange next turn. Yeah, it's not looking great for the Western Australia. He lives in Russell's from Perth.
Yes. Well, I don't know if it's from Perth, but yeah, definitely Western Australia.
Okay. Is there anywhere else that people live in Western Australia?
There's,
So,
there's bound to be, right? It's huge, but yeah, no, I don't think so.
you guys can cancel me if you want. So yeah, Hawks comes down for a nice cold 59, putting Andrew up by 200 or 252 to 130. So 120-point lead. That's 2 bonuses, and Russ's rack is just horrendous. Now
Is
you have
it?
to
Do you
think,
think it's right to play Hawks there, or do you think? I mean, there's a bingo, but is this still right?
oh, there was Oxheart. Fair enough. Yes, think I think
I think I might still have played
this.
Hawks.
Yeah, because you're up by so much that you're pretty much only losing to 2 or 3 bonuses or a triple triple. And Oxheart, no matter where you place it, I don't know. It's like 95 points with Oye.
Yeah, but keeping RATE. Yeah, I mean
Yeah, I
he's
wonder.
drawn into another bingo, so
I wonder if Andrew noticed that. I don't know if he aligned it on his rack. Well, if he does end up winning this game, which it looks like he should in most cases, but there's still both blanks out. We will try to remember to ask him if he saw Oxheart. Very
yeah.
interesting. So yeah, Chin coming down for 14. You hate to see it. You're still down over 100. You need a really good draw here if you're Russ.
Now, what do
Okay,
you
should I
think
try to
we're gonna do
predict
here?
it again?
Do you? All right, go on.
Uh, blank E.
Blank E. Jeez. No, you're washed.
Okay, yeah, I'm washed. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
Do you think you should play Apteria for score next to like where he's playing it now, or play it up above Nuisance, opening nothing?
uh, Definitely up above nuisance, I would say.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't like the positioning. I mean, it scores significantly more, but I think it's just the only way you lose.
Yeah, yeah, triple triple is pretty much the only way. Um, so yeah, I mean this is 82, the other placement is 73, but I think for 9 points, especially since you're giving back a lot on the triple anyways to begin with, I think yeah, I would have played it with AN, but I mean if Russell doesn't have anything through this A this turn, I mean it's pretty much game over. So, yeah, this is looking very, very bad. If I were Russ, I'd try to open a second triple here.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, it's that desperate.
he's got nothing to do that with. I mean, like even if he can, he's going to be using his best tiles and keeping, two of the KV or the F.
Indeed. And we see a blank draw for Andrew. Man, this is looking
Yeah,
pretty
and
bad.
another bingo.
Yeah, their bingo's up the wazoo, as we say. I don't know what what that's from, but yeah, I don't know. Do you just? I mean, the thing is, this is a team tournament, so the only thing that counts is the W. Only thing that counts is winning. So I think you just have to just go for broke. If you're Russell, like, how do you do that? You play Gonif and off, and just hope for like 3 bonuses in a row.
Off.
Just Knag.
Yeah,
Okay, he's
yeah,
just covering
I
the
do like that
spot.
actually.
Okay, covering the spot, trying to keep space open and keep the score somewhat within range of like 3 bonuses, which makes sense.
It
But
does,
it's not
yes,
gonna
but
work.
yeah.
It's not gonna work out. It looks like. Um, let's see if Andrew opts to open yet another triple triple. It looks like he has armor to set up. Maybe he's thinking of armorverse. Is that a valid word? Armor.
I
That is
I
a
think
word.
I would look at Armoire above Nuisance,
Armor there is great. Yes.
but Yeah, the floaters of Apteria look good as well. So maybe something like armored with the English spelling
Hmm.
Oured. Obviously, you're doubling the blank, but I think it just takes up space in a spot where you want to take up space.
Sorry, armored.
Through the E
Where?
of. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah.
There's also like earworm. There's a lot of options, but yeah, again, since Andrew's up by 150 here, I mean he's pretty much guaranteed to win, as long as he doesn't let Russell score 300 or 200 points on a triple triple in one move.
Yeah, the
Because
word
at
that I'm
some point there's just
seeing.
not enough turns left.
No, yeah, you're right. The word that I'm seeing through the E of Apteria is actually a CSW 24 edition.
Oh,
Yeah,
tell me.
yeah, it's Ramona through the E, as in someone who's moaning about remaining.
Remoner.
Yeah,
Nice. Remaining where?
I believe it's Brexit related.
Brexit. Yeah, that's what I would guess. Nice. Remoter. I like it. Yeah, this is gonna be brutal for Russell. Like he knows that he's probably gonna lose, but he's now drawn a blank, which is like, okay, there's some hope.
Hmm.
He probably would have preferred to draw it later rather than now, but you can't count on everything. I mean, you need to count on everything going your way, but yeah, he's gonna be in store for a very cold shower, regardless of what Andrew chooses, unless Andrew finds a phony here that decides to play, which seems extremely unlikely. But yeah, we just have to wait and see what Andrew chooses. A very unfortunate game, definitely for Russell. I mean, maybe there was something to be said about the play of AAL.
Yeah,
Um, maybe playing QUA through the U of nuisance was keeping ALIGN, but I mean, these are. It wasn't like AAL was terrible. Um, yeah, this was very rough game. And yeah, I really
sometimes you
wonder
just
about
get.
Oxheart.
Yeah, I don't think he saw it.
That's such a hard one to see. The way I see it is, I think of Thorax,
Yeah,
and
that's
I
okay. I saw
remember that.
Thorax's first.
Okay, another triple triple is is Russell gonna
Nice.
try forgived?
It's
Maybe
probably
that's what you
not
gotta
the worst
do.
thing in the world.
Maybe you gotta try forgived. Ouch. 75 points for roamers. Basically, just like I don't know, this just hurts. Like if you think about it from Russell's point of view, and you recognize that maybe Andrew could have not opened a triple triple in that spot, it's just like this is the worst way to go, I
Hmm.
think. But I mean, kudos to Andrew for just throwing punches every single turn. Um, and some great finds as well. Yeah, that's 409 to 186. You hate to see it, but this does happen time to time. How do you deal with oh, there goes Russell's camera. As if to say, I don't want to be here anymore.
Who could
How
blame
do you
him?
deal with one-sided games like these, Josh? I know you're
Oh,
somewhat new to the
yeah.
scene.
Look, I've been on the back end of a few drubbings, as you can imagine, just starting out. Um, look, it is what it is. I'm pretty what's the word? I'm pretty practical with that sort of thing. Um, sometimes you just, to borrow a North American term, sometimes you just get bagged.
Mhm.
Like it just is what it is. I don't think Russell's made too many mistakes. Like he's not made 220 points worth of mistakes in this game. So you can't take it personally. You just gotta find the best play on each turn.
Yep, definitely agree there. Yeah, there might be some small discrepancy in the score. If I'm counting it correctly, 151, 165, 184. Yeah, Russell should have 204 with all of the plays combined. But we'll get that. I mean, the scores are pretty close to accurate. I mean, Andrew's up by like I think over 200. Um, and yeah, Forgived would be really funny. Maybe you play Do for 3 and go for Forgiven
Yeah,
or
maybe.
Forgiver. Just try and hope that Andrew has maybe all consonants or something and can't do anything. Block the triple triple. Um, but yeah, that's. I mean, against the player Andrew's strength, I mean, he'd have to have the worst possible letters for that to work.
Hmm.
It's just kind of brutal here. Probably just want to play something like making Doff maybe, like Vid
Even that,
or something.
God.
Yeah, he's looking at Vigor, just kind of giving up, leaving, covering the triple triple. I mean, when you're desperate, I mean, triple triples are the only thing that will help you. But when you have a situation where it's a consonant next to a vowel, your opponent should always be able to interfere with the triple triple. The only triple triples that might not be able to be fully blocked tend to be ones that have two consonants back to
Hmm.
back next to each other, and just have to hope your opponent has 7 consonants and can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
In
I
any
think
case,
Vigor just loses. Like, I mean, I think even in a best case scenario, oh, is he gonna try it?
wow. Andrew looks at him. Look at that look. Like what? He's trying it. I mean, this is what I said. This is what I said you got to do. The team tournament. I love it. He challenges instantaneously. But hey, maybe some laps could have occurred. I like it. That's the spirit in which to play these lost games. Beautiful. Unfortunately, yeah, English doesn't always work like that. Even in the CSW lexicon with so many interesting alternate spellings
Hmm.
of verbs. But I like doing that. I mean, you never know. Unless you're 100% sure, even if you just checked before the game that forgived is not valid. I think this is the correct decision to try to win the game. How much would that have scored? 8, 10, 16 times 9, um, 204.
194.
Oh, yeah. That's how math works. 194. Brought him right back into the game. Anywho, Forgived is on Wiktionary. Well, hey. Oh,
I
what's
guess
Andrew gonna
he'd still
do?
be down 35 off turn, so it wouldn't have even have won him the game or anything.
Yeah, to quote our favorite Marvel anti-hero, all that for a drop of blood. uh, man. Yeah. It's just up to Andrew now to, make sure he scores like more than 0 points for the next 6 moves in a row. And I mean, he's looking at playing Cow and Waff just completely cold blooded, even knowing Russell has the blank. Like, no way.
I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's giving Forgived as 146 points. I wonder why that is.
Is it not adding the 50?
Well, it's 48 off, right?
Hmm.
I wonder why that is. That's so interesting. Yeah, anything goes here now for Andrew. I really loved his facial expression Where Gift came down. He just looked up like, "Are you serious, man?"
I like cow and waff because it sets up the C for scow as well. Sorry, the
Hmm.
S for scow.
Yeah, it sets up wafts and sets up scow as well.
You know what I think the issue is with the quackle?
What do you think?
I've just read the message from our producer. I think Matepa was scored as 39 in the game, but Quackle gave it as 26. So I think there's a chance that the middle triples are actually doubles on the Quackle that they're using.
Oh,
Like the board's just formatted
interesting.
wrong.
Very interesting.
Have to get some confirmation
Yeah,
on whether that's right, but
that
that that
could
would
very well
that
be
would explain Matepa.
because they're using Quackle in the annotation, and Quackle, unless you do it properly, you have to set up a board first and create the bonus squares. And if you click one time too little, it will definitely have those as doubles. Let's see. Once Cower comes down, let's see if it says
30 or
um,
20.
20. Yeah. Um, but it's probably worth just leaving it for next round. Um, yeah, it says 20. Very nice. I like it. New variant. New variant alert. Um, so Cower comes down, just be safe. Block the triple triple. Um, now Andrew has close to boudoirs through the
Hmm.
R in Epteria. Um, Probably gonna see something like uh, I don't know, Adobe something. It'll score something like 30 points. And again, it doesn't really matter. But Andrew's gonna try and milk Russell for what he's worth, and he's worth a lot.
Yes.
If what I'm hearing is correct. Um, but yeah, these games do happen. Um, sure Russell will be okay with how he played here. Um, just sometimes, sometimes that's how it goes. And it's interesting. It looks like the Ardor play favored Andrew a lot more than it favored Russell, because Russell did get YE for 20, but Andrew got 46 for Fuji, then got 59 for Hawks. Um, so the added volatility really seemed to work out in Andrew's favor. And if he's the underdog, which I think he probably is against Russell, I don't know how many times they've played or what their record is. Um, Playing a little bit more volatile can definitely be a good strategy against a player of Russell's caliber.
Hmm. Yeah, I think from here you can pretty much do anything, but are you maybe something just like uh, Dobe, DOBE, underneath Romas?
Um,
Oh, sorry,
like
Bode, not Dobe.
Bode,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, Bode looks good. Um, yeah, I guess since there's no Q, I'd like to get rid of the U. The unseen letters are pretty good, except there are two V's and two G's. I know you
Yeah.
like the G. Sorry,
No, that's all right. Well,
I'll try to.
I know he's got the, we know he's got the blank.
Yeah, I mean, you know that Russell has one of the V's already, from his forgived play. But yeah, Bud comes down. Russell's just playing
Very big.
instantly
Yeah.
jived. I don't know if he even wrote down the score for Bud.
No, I think
Um,
I don't know what New Zealand rules are specifically, but I think Westboro rules are you just need to write the cumulative total.
yeah, yeah, before making your play. But it looks like Russell is just like whatever.
Oh no, I just watched it back on the YouTube stream. I think he did.
Okay, nice.
I sometimes do that.
Yeah,
I sit with the pen hovering so I can write it as quickly as humanly possible, and then
yeah, just to
slam my bow
get
down.
it over with. Yeah, yeah, I know how that feels. Yeah. When you know you're gonna play, just you want to play as soon as possible, not waste any time. So the Z was drawn
Mm.
to add insult to injury, I guess. No N for ionizers, no D for iodizers.
No, do you play Zoe atop roamers or do you play Zaris through it?
I think I play Zoe in this spot. Um, yeah, I think I just go with Zoe
Yeah, it's 46 versus
relatively
48 and you keep
quickly.
your S. But
Hmm.
you do get rid of one of the eyes.
Yeah, yeah, the eyes are kind of a problem, but yeah, I think either works here. I mean, if the scores were close, it would depend for me on the vowel consonant ratio. So if there are a lot of consonants left, I'd be happy just playing Zoe, which there
Yeah.
seem to be a lot of consonants left. But I'd also be happy playing Zaris because likely to draw some more consonants. But it would all depend on how many eyes are left. There are
Yeah, I mean
two
it's
unseen
interesting. It's
eyes.
but it's not really. It's only one unseen because Russell showed you one.
Right. So yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, we got a discrepancy
Score.
for Bud, I think 31, what it should be. But it depends on the bonus squares on the board, right?
Yeah, yeah.
um, yeah, just having to stop the game for a score discrepancy when it's just over. Brutal. Yeah.
Yeah, I know in North America you can do recounts after the game, but
Hmm.
definitely in Australia that's not a thing. If you want to initiate a recount, you have to do so in your own time.
Very interesting. I'm pro that rule.
Hmm.
I feel like you should. I know that Scrabble is supposed to be a word game that focuses on finding plays and knowing words, but I feel like in terms of math, you should try and get it right the first time because it's part of the game.
Yeah, I mean
So,
I quite often say the like when it's my turn, I quite often just say the cumulative just so that just every couple of moves or so, just so we're on the same track.
mhm. Yeah, I agree. All right, back to Russell, who has five consonants, a blank, and an I. Guess you want to try and get rid of a W and a T. He's thinking of Ute for 12 from the E of Roamers, probably. Um, yeah, there doesn't seem to be much else than that, right?
No, no.
You might want to just get it over with and play like a longer word, um, burning your blank. But nothing looks good in that regard either. Yeah, it's
No,
just
yeah, I think it's just a bit of a painful situation for Russell here.
yeah, and we're gonna see three New Zealand victories on stream in a row. So maybe I'm bringing luck to the Kiwis. And if so, I apologize to the Australians who I appreciate equally as much. But yeah, this one is wow, incredible accomplishment for Andrew. I mean, I'm sure he's beaten Russell before, but by this much in this manner, just very impressive. So if we have the standings from round two, that would be cool to see. Let's see who's in the
Yes, yeah.
lead. Um, Maybe we could bring that up on the overlay if the producer is able to grab that. Um, yeah, they're gonna work on that. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's still pretty early on. How many rounds is this tournament?
It's 24, so I think we're going to be
24.
streaming 22 of them. But yeah, it's a double round robin, so all 12 players will play all other 12 players twice.
Wow. Why 22 out of 24 being
I
streamed?
believe we're just going to give the producers just some time time to break on each of the days,
What?
just because otherwise they're not going to be able to move from their station next to the board.
Nonsense. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, maybe you just play Nitwit here.
Nitwit,
Um,
yeah.
if you're Russell. Um, Just
Yeah,
give up Nitwit
I
on
think I'm
top of
okay with that.
Neilode. um, and just say, haha, you don't know what I have anymore. Um,
Looks like I was right about the bonus square as well.
yeah, indeed, indeed. The no, it's hard to create a Scrabble board on your own.
Yeah,
Usually we'd have
I
help.
forgot that I had to set it up when I first opened Quackle.
Yeah, indeed. Um, the wit, writ. Oh, writ. Okay,
Okay.
writ for 16. Setting up the e hook right. Um, and Andrew has drawn a G and an A.
Mm-hmm.
He might want to counter set up here. Try something like Ig for 10. He has a
Yeah.
famous chess player on his rack. Anyone familiar with Arjun Ergaisi?
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
if he lines that up, I'm going to jump out of my chair, but he's not going to. And what's left in the bag here? There's 12 left unseen, which means 5 in the bag. So Andrew can play up to 4 tiles without emptying the bag.
So the bag is EEISV.
EEISV. Oh, is Eri Gaisi? It's Eri? Am I?
I don't think I've ever seen it spelt. I've just heard Gotham talking about him.
Oh, it is.
Noeen, who will be joining us in commentary on Sunday. Um, Andrew Fisher. These players are all out of Victoria, and all in our top 10 in Australia, so I think it's
Yeah,
worth pointing out as well.
yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, Australia has a few of the top like 10 players in the world, I'd say.
Hmm.
Um, and looks like none of them are here. So Gary is the play from Andrew,
Yeah.
scoring some points with the
Probably going
underlap.
to reach in and draw that other eye.
Yeah, that could be some respite for oh no, the last letter of the bag, last letters in the bag are EV. So looks like Russell's probably gonna draw the V in his next pull. But I mean, at least Andrew has EEIIISS. And
Yeah,
he's found Issei, which is really nice.
looks like someone's interrupted Old McDonald.
Nice. Very nice. Why again is the blank sideways? What is it with Australian players and sideways blanks?
I mean, I
Seen it
suppose it doesn't
twice.
matter because he knows he has it, but yeah, I don't like it. It irks me.
Yeah. Oh, were we muted on the? Apologies if we were muted on the standing scene. We can get that sorted. But yeah, we were saying how crazy it was that Australia's down 17 and that, but a lot of the representation isn't there. Um, but yeah, what do you do here? If you're Russell, maybe you try to play like TB off. You play bit for 5 and threaten something, but
Yeah, I think
it's gonna get blocked.
my goal from here, if I was Russell, would be not to be double. Like I want to be more than half of Andrew's score by the end of the game.
Yes, so yeah, you could just play Henbit um, up top again, burning the blank. But HE comes down. EV's going to be drawn. I mean,
Hmm.
Russell's looking at II. He's looking at if I draw IE.
Yeah, like
That
bittern.
seems pretty good. But yeah, EV is what's drawn, and yeah, look at his reaction. Is not. He is not happy, and nor should he be. um, but at least Andrew's not going to be able to do much of anything either. So S is the play.
Keeping I E.
Sticking himself with I. Oh,
Jeez.
this is gonna be a long one. A long one, folks. Um, oh, what's up to Lewis Mackay in the chat saying if Russell had played a T and drew an E, gets beneath, which plays beneath Rit and yellowed. Very nice spot there by our UK champ, Lewis Mackay. Welcome in. So, yeah, this endgame is probably unsolvable just because there's so many turns to look ahead and you have a minute and a half on your clock. It'd be really funny if Russell just decides to stick himself with a V, just in protest of this game. Like, sure, you want to keep I'm gonna play bitten underneath and yellowed and keep one V spot. Actually, it can be blocked, yes. If he plays bitten, NE, and IN, Andrew has to play ENE for 3 to block the V, keep 3 eyes. Oh, that would be hilarious. Um, but yeah, let's see if Russell's able to make his next couple moves before going overtime. Not that it matters. But yeah, he's realized that he's very short on the clock. He's probably going to plop down vet any second now. Keeping ENT
Yeah, I
or
mean,
just
he
vent.
knows he's got time, as in like time in the game, like not on the clock, but he's
Yeah,
got moves.
yeah, a good practical decision to stick yourself with so many horrible vowels. Make Russell think like, oh come on, seriously. um, so yeah, BNT blank should does that only go out in one spot? But not that it can be blocked. Knight and phone. Okay. 12 seconds to play bent
Hunt, yeah.
and or bunt, yeah. Oh, did he circle the blank in time? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it looks like a huge drubbing, of course, as we knew the whole time. But it looks like New Zealand takes game 3 as well on stream. And I wonder if they've taken round 3 as well. I'm not sure if those standings were updated from this round or just last round,
No,
but
just last round.
nice. I like how bent is short for bent grass rather than bent being, you know, past tense of bent. Yeah, I guess we can hear from the victor, Andrew, if we've gotten that sorted out. But okay, no interview because yeah, this game was probably pretty late. Looks like everybody's waiting for the next round, so we're gonna jump into round 4. I wonder what that matchup is going to be though.